Hello, everyone. My name is Asif, and I work as a Director Technology Salesforce at Royal Cyber. I welcome you all on behalf of Royal Cyber in today's webinar. Um, so, as part of the today's session, we are going to talk about one of our existing Salesforce B2C commerce customers' success story. Uh, so that is Titan Brands, and we connected with this customer almost a year back now, and since then we've been engaged with us. They've been engaged with us in the capacity of Salesforce B2C commerce application development and managed support services. So today with me, I will have Pranita with me. She's our technical project manager on assigned on this project, and she has been managing this project from day one. And she's going to walk us through some of the important aspects of this success story and this journey, which started almost a year back with Titan Brands. Uh, so, as part of today's agenda, we'll start with Royal Cyber introduction, and we'll then talk about Titan Brand's introduction. I'll give it to Pranita. I'll pass it on to Pranita, and she's going to, start with Titan Brand's introduction. She's going to walk us through some challenges, some technical challenges which we came across, and how did we address those challenges? What kind of solutions we provided? What was the solution approach? What were the processes which we followed? And now how as an outcome, how the storefront or how the website looks like now. What kind of integrations we have, as part of overall topology or the space of Salesforce B2C commerce when it comes to Titan Brands. We'll talk about some timelines and the project management processes, we've been managing this whole application development and support services 24 by 7, active and by using an active and support services model. So that is also one of the areas where we're going to talk about. And then we are going to actually hear from the man himself, Mr. Brandon Maskell, uh, that what are his thoughts on the deliverables and then the work which we have delivered in past 1 year, comprises of small to big projects. And then at the end, we'll spend some time on the question answers, where we are going to take a few of your questions. All right. So starting with Royal Cyber, we are a global company. We have a physical presence all around the globe. We started almost 23 years back, almost 23 years back, and at present we are 1,500 plus people company. We have around 11 offices in 9 different countries. Um, when it comes to the servicing model, we provide end-to-end services, and which includes an onshore servicing model, an offshore servicing model, and a hybrid model, which is a mix of onshore and offshore resources. These are our existing customers. If you see the top row, this is all Salesforce B2C Commerce and Salesforce CRM, which includes Sales, Service, Marketing, Experience Cloud. And all these customers are engaged with us in different capacities. A few of these customers are with us for almost more than 5 years. The customer retention ratio at Royal Cyber is over 95%. Um, and the top row is all Salesforce, B2C commerce as well as Salesforce CRM, and we are their technology partners or SI partners when it comes to managing the Salesforce space. Okay, from the partnership perspective with Salesforce, so we are silver level, ridge level consulting partners with Salesforce. Uh, Apart from the consulting, we are also Link certified partners with Salesforce. So we are a consulting as well as we are ISV partners. We develop cartridges and solutions on top of Salesforce platform. So right now, till today, we have 9 certified Salesforce B2C commerce cartridges available on our Salesforce App Exchange, which is a public portal, and you can easily access all those cartridges from Salesforce App Exchange against our profile name or against our company's name. Apart from these two levels, we have recently been officially approved by Salesforce as one of the implementation partners for Salesforce B2C composable commerce as well, which is something which is very extensively being trending from Salesforce as a path to way forward for or as a future product or a framework for Salesforce B2C customers. So we've been officially approved, and we have a variety of packages and migration pathways available when it comes to migrating from existing Salesforce Site Genesis customers to composable commerce. As the areas of focus, we at Royal Cyber, as part of our Salesforce practice, we focuses on two major areas. One is the B2C commerce, and the other is Salesforce CRM. And when I say CRM, it covers all the rest of the clouds, which include sales, service, marketing, experience cloud. We've been recently engaged with a couple of customers from health and financial cloud, respectively. So we do now have our footprints in these clouds as well, and we do have a specialized skill set. We do have a specialized resources with certified resources with their certified credentials, who have the skills and knowledge on these clouds. We have right now 4.8 out of 5 customer satisfaction rating on our Salesforce App Exchange profile, and this rating is completely based on the deliverables and the projects which we have completed in past almost 2.5 or 3 years for our existing Salesforce customers. And you can also find this same rating on the Salesforce App Exchange against Royal Cyber profile. And we have finished almost 50 projects in past 3 years, which again, I mean, it's a combination of small and bigger projects. So before I pass it on to Pranita, just a quick sum up on Royal Cyber. It's a one-stop shop. So any customer engages with us in any capacity, we have specialized practices, which includes, like, for example, if you engage with us in Salesforce capacity, managed support services capacity, and as part of the project or as part of the or in the middle of the project, we came across the requirements where we may need a DevOps resources, or let's say we may need an integration developer or a person or a resource who has skill set on MuleSoft. So we do have all these specialized practices, from DevOps to middleware to RPA to cloud services. All that is available under the umbrella of Royal Cyber, and that is something which makes us very unique. Uh, all right, so I'm now going to pass it on to Pranita, and she's going to walk us through this success story of what we have done, in past 1 year, as part of the journey with Titan Brands. Over to you, Pranita. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Asif, for this introduction. Myself, Pranita, and I'm working as a senior business analyst in Royal Cyber past 4 years. And I'm responsible for overseeing end-to-end project scope delivery for Titan Brands. So Titan Brands started over 2 decades ago with the goal of providing customers with premium products at affordable prices. Titan Brands has a mission and have grown exponentially from one brand with a handful of products to now 4 brands with over 3,000 products on different sites. They deliver outdoor cooking and hunting and sport equipments on the great outdoor sites and buckles on the Titan attachments. Even they have the gym equipments on the Titan fitness sites and vehicle ramps on the Titan ramp site. So we are working with Titan brands for almost like 10 months now, and we have provided support for to all 4 sites with a variety of scope. And recently we went live with the redesign of the one of the Titan fitness site. So we would like to highlight a couple of business challenges which the Titans team were facing while they got the support from Royal Cyber on those challenges. So they wanted to gain the new customers while enhancing the existing ones. E-commerce owners find themselves in a situation where the competition is increasing faster than the market is expanding. Likewise, Titan Brands, they wanted to do something new in the market. They also wanted to enhance the number of conversions to a significant level with increase in the cart values. They also wanted to add ease in the various customer journeys by improving site performance, adding better search recommendations, and making site more accessible for disabled customers. While as a part of a redesign approach, we changed the architecture by creating new cartridge for fitness site, updating the CSS, and in this journey, we removed the dynamic menus and added the new custom menus from content assets. As you see, we also included the page designer module, which is a B2C commerce feature that supports standard development processes and tools for creating reusable pages and components types. With this, Titan Brands can use a visual editor in their business manager to design and schedule and publish custom pages in the storefront by dragging page and components type. So this is actually independent of the technical team, which was a really beneficial for Titan Brands. We included even the Einstein search recommendation, which helped to improve their search, like for the guidance too. This feature provided AI-driven personalized and search recommendations to all shoppers in the real time, and enabling the search recommendation provided Titan Brands shoppers with Einstein generated, personalized, and auto-corrected while searching products on the site. We also streamlined their checkout processes while which was like where there was a number of steps while completing the checkout, which helped their end customers not think through more while purchasing. We also made their fitness site accessible for disabled people under the section of 508 ADA compliances, which involves adhering to the standard and best practices such as web content accessibility guidance, like the WCAG standards, which actually provided guidelines for making the web content more accessible for the disabilities. This was the really good highlight for the Titan brands. So after taking up this solution approach, how actually the site looked like. So this is how the redesign approach looked like. And as you can see, we included the mega menus from the top navigation, which help customers review all racks bench products in the different sites. Redesigning PDP also helped the customer to get good understanding on the product variations and overview specifications and key features. Titan Brands also wanted to make sure that their shoppers like find exactly what they're looking for. Hence, including Einstein search recommendations gave them the awesome search suggestions. Just not the redesigning of the site, but we also provided support on the variety of integrations and enhanced the existing ones too. Unlike as you see here, we started with the photo fraud integration. So this integration helped Titan Brands team verify order details when customer is placing the order, such as first name, last name, address, email address, phone numbers, and payment methods, etc. on the photos end. And further, it provides approves or decline on the order based on the results. So this actually helped Titan teams say this integration, like the photo integration with Salesforce Commerce, help the Titan teams overcome multiple fraud orders. We integrated the BED pay as one of the payment method, which is like buy now and pay later. So installing and configuring the BED pay cartridge enabled Titan shoppers to select BED payment as a payment method on the checkout. It also helped customers split the cost of their purchase into four equal payments, right? And then, in a way, helped Titan brands attract and convert their retain and existing customers too, right? We built CI/CD integrations for the Titan brands team which actually helped their Titan teams expedite the deployment process. So, as soon as a pull request for any site development work is merged by a reviewer, a code is deployed in staging and development instances too. So, this allowed actually the Titans team to build custom builds from the different branches. We enhanced the Klaviyo integrations for the Titan brands too, which actually where the Klaviyo integration helps to track the customer's actions where which are occurring in the real time, like website navigation, search tracking, viewing products, viewing categories, adding items to the cart, checking out and ordering. We utilize Klaviyo cartridge and API integration using SFCC to quickly connect and send both real time and historic data to Klaviyo. We also did route integrations for Titan brands, where we integrated shipping and package protection services via Route API for Titan brands. So Route keeps a tab on deliveries, Titan deliveries, so that their customers don't have to. Right. It also provides notifications on every step of the way. Route also guarantees safe delivery of Titan packages by protecting them against the loss and theft damages. So these were the integrations which we did for Titan brands. We did after like before we go live, right? Like we did performance testing uh, for the site, existing site, to analyze various success factors such as response time, the potential errors. While these existing performance results in hand, we were able to confidently identify the bottlenecks, bugs, and mistakes which we did for the Titan, like the code and everything. It also helps us to decide on what matrix we should take to improve the site speed and make more site more scalable for for the further use. So as we see here, these were the few metrics which our team could draw from the performance test previously. So we thought of taking the optimization of code to reduce the number of server calls, use custom codes for existing functionalities, avoid holding resources while waiting for the third party response, load JavaScript much later than other resources, right? Use WebP images to reduce time for load page, minifying the JavaScript files, which can reduce the payload size and script parsing time, defer loading scripts, and we can even offer the lazy loading off screens and hidden images so that the images are at the bottom and loaded whenever it's required or on the need basis, you can say. So lazy loading in third-party resources with facades. So considering replacing them with the facades until they are required, and cache the existing site static pages, which wherever it's replaceable. As a part of our sprint planning, and we will be prioritizing these performance metrics to improve the site speed and overall speed to and enhance the existing customers' experience too. Since January 2023, we have been actively engaging with both redesign scope and working and providing the support for the existing system too. So this is the complete timeline till the July, how we planned our sprints. So we initiated the process by gathering the requirements for the Titan redesign to be site, you can say. And these requirements were mapped into the different sprints of the months. So we took the sprint, which I'll just shortly come through in the project management process, how we actually planned the sprint. And with the overall planning, we completed the bug fixing and provided the site of the existing integrations platforms too. We do follow the project management practices in Salesforce. So I'll just quickly touch base through that too as well. So we adopted 2 week sprint cycle as illustrated in this diagram. So commencing each alternative Wednesday, as we see here, right? Concluding on the sprint following on the subsequent Tuesday. So that was the 10-week sprint cycle which we followed. So typically on the day zero, we concluded the previous sprint and we planned the upcoming sprint with the assistance of Brandon, who was our acting product owner too. And we aligned the sprint based task on the priority as well. So when our development team understands best which priority should they start working on. After completing the development cycle, our team proceeded with the deployments both on UAT and prod environments. Additionally, we concluded weekly meetings to groom the future sprints too, as you see here. Like that has actually helped our development team and the product owners from the Titan brands to get more tasks and get out the existing tasks too on the priority basis. We also follow release management processes in tighter Salesforce practice, where we have release based on the work completed in each sprint. And that's based on the business priority, of course, right? We do feature releases when we have a new product feature launch. We can say that the releases are divided into two parts normally, like when the new feature launch and the hot fixes. So hot fixes are the any urgent production works, right? And we also kept the naming conventions for each releases so that the development and the business team understands best what the releases and the versions are talking about. So adhering to this release management processes, right, has which has really proven the highly beneficial, allowing us to invest time in preparing team for the smoother releases. This is typically approach which is contrasting with a big bang release, which could potentially lead to a disastrous outcome, right? And moreover, this process instills a sense of shared responsibility and ownership amongst all team members for successful release. So let's hear more about the Titan brands and the perspective from the Brandon. So who is our director for Titan Digital Commerce for the Titan brands? So thank you, Brandon, for taking some time today. And how about we start with like your introduction and Titan brands too?
Sure, no problem. So my name is Brandon Maskell. I've been with Titan now just about 2 years. I have close to 15 years experience in e-commerce, mostly in the sporting goods realm. Prior to Titan, I was at Roadrunner Sports and then more recently TaylorMade Golf. Titan, we're a brand umbrella. We operate four different direct-to-consumer brands. We have a fitness brand, Attachments, which is for people that have land and kind of farming. A ramps business, which is ramps for ATVs, wheelchairs, basically anything, and then an outdoor living brand that's grills, smokers, outdoor furniture, that type of stuff. Um, Titan is headquartered in Memphis, Tennessee. I myself am headquartered in San Diego, California.
Okay. That's great. And like Brandon, like so how did you connect with Royal Sabre? Like initially, what were your expectations from Royal Sabre regarding to the Salesforce B2C commerce space?
Yeah, so in my 2 years here, we've worked with a couple different agencies. Prior to Royal Cyber, we were working with another agency that, in short, we weren't getting work done fast enough. They were too expensive. So ultimately, what we were looking for was just better value. So I think we've really found that with Royal Cyber. We've been able to find a partner that could give us, more headcount, more resources for kind of the same amount of money that we were paying. So that's allowed us to really work quicker and more efficiently.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. That's true. And the site redesign, right? Like that has been one of the major projects which Royal Sabre started for Titans. So how is your experience so far in terms of the deliverables and like anything you would like to add from the project milestone perspective?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the project that Pranita is referring to is the redesign of our Titan Fitness site. It's a project that we started a long time ago, actually. I think we started the design in September of last year. And then I think with Royal Cyber, we started the actual development on it in early 2023.
Right.
So yeah, it's a big initiative for us. It's really bringing our fitness site kind of forward in terms of branding, visual experience. So we've done a lot of work over the last year or two to create better content, more lifestyle imagery and stuff like that. So it's a really good opportunity for us to showcase the brand in kind of a better light, really match kind of the online experience to like the quality of our products. So that's something we're super excited about. But yeah, I mean, obviously, a front end site redesign like this is a massive undertaking. So the Royal Cyber team, specifically Pranita, has been really helpful in just helping us from the start, right? Setting up the Jira project, breaking things into epics, like really organizing what work actually needed to be done because there's a lot to be done. So what we did is we set up epics, and then really just started working through it page by page. Each of the tickets within the epics, had links to the Figma files, and we had discussions with the team. And then just aligned resources. So, obviously we had some front end resources, some back end resources. This project was mostly a front end project, but there's obviously kind of back end things that tie into a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, the team's been great. We're right now just about a week away from launching the site, so we're all super excited about that and looking forward to seeing the results.
Yep, definitely. We are excited too. So based on like whatever overall skill sets you mentioned, right, Brandon? So would you recommend Royal Cyber to any other Salesforce B2C customers, like who's looking forward for any kind of scope in their projects?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've worked personally with, even going back to my last company, we were on Salesforce Commerce Cloud as well. Probably 4 or 5 Commerce Cloud development agencies. In my experience, I haven't really worked with one where like they didn't have the skill set. I think the difference really comes into, number one, how organized are they? How easy are they to communicate with, in terms of timing? I think, many of the agencies have some offshore resources, some onshore resources. So it's been really helpful for us to have Pranita as our project manager, who's based in the same time zone as us, and having some of the resources kind of available for more like, daily communication during our normal time. But yeah, in terms of the skill set of the team, I think all the people we've worked with have been very efficient with their time. We've done a lot of logging of like how long things are taking to make sure on our end when it comes down to billing and invoicing that everything's very clear and we're able to track kind of what time's going into the project. But yeah, we've been working together, I think, what now, 6, 7 months maybe. And no real complaints. Obviously, we're getting through this project and we're actually about to start on our next Ash and Ember site. So, looking forward to continuing to work with Royal Cyber.
That's great. Thanks, Brandon. And do you find like Royal Cyber cost effective as compared to other system integrators in the market? Like,
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if I had to nail down our decision to move to one thing, I think it's really, like I said, it's just value. And actually, this is just like a larger discussion topic amongst everything. I think a lot of e-commerce brands, coming off of last year with profitability really pinched, they're looking at ways to really be cost effective with things. So like I mentioned earlier, for us, it's like our budget hasn't changed, but our ability to like squeeze more time and effort and, deliverables out of that has drastically increased. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I've worked with 4 or 5 SIs. I know actually a couple CEOs and or owners of them, and generally, I mean, they're just expensive, right? Especially if a lot of the resources are based in the United States. They're generally, charging blended rates of anywhere from 100 to or 150 to probably $250.
right.
The way we work with Rail Cyber is we have actual costs per role, and you kind of hire basically a person for whether it's half-time, full-time, and that's kind of the way we work. So yeah, I think 100% like very cost effective solution. I definitely recommend. And actually, I at Salesforce Connections, I don't know, a couple months ago, I actually did introduce a couple of people that were interested, just because I had been telling them about the the cost effectiveness.
Yep, definitely. Thanks, Brandon. Thank you so much, Brandon, for that amazing feedback. Let me pass it back to Asif to discuss more about the discovery packages which Royal Cyber offers and a Q&A round. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Pranita. Thank you for walking us through this journey of Titan brands with Royal Cyber for past 1 year, and the kind of work in detail which we have done for Titan brands, uh, and the outcome of these deliverables. Thank you very much, Brandon, for taking some time out today for this session, and sharing your perspective of the services and then the kind of work which we have delivered for Titan brands. Thank you so very much. All right. So guys, we offer 2 weeks free discovery phase. It's an offer for all the attendees and the registrants of today's webinar. So one of our sales rep is going to reach out to you over the email, and he's going, he or she is going to ask you for the feedback of this webinar. Plus, this they are going to also offer you the 2 weeks free discovery as part of that email. um, so in that discovery phase, what we do is we try to discuss with you the challenges and the pain points or the problems which you are facing in your existing Salesforce B2C commerce space. It could be relevant to any architecture or solution design for any new module, any new enhancements which you want to make. Let's say any issues relevant to payments, any issues relevant to performance of your site. Let's say you want to prepare a plan for your holiday readiness, any integration issues, any middleware issues, any CRM relevant pain points or problems or challenges. So anything which you ha- which you know which you considered as a pain point or a problem in your existing Salesforce B2C commerce space, we can try to address that in this 2 weeks, and provide our recommendations, free recommendations and implementations, whatever we can do in these 2 weeks, as part of this discovery phase. Um, all right, so now let's start with the question answer. Okay, so the first question I have is, okay, so do you also implement headless and composable? So yes, so we are one of the partners who also implement Salesforce B2C commerce headless as well as composable commerce. So our composable commerce packaging, the implementation approaches, the pathways, the flyer, the timeline cost is out, and we are going to share this and have it available on our website very soon. So yes, we do implement composable commerce as well. Okay, so the second question which we have right now is, okay, so the timeline. Okay, timeline for the UI design. So see, it depends on what kind of requirement it is. It varies from requirements to requirements. It ranges from 2 months or month, starting a month to 3 months or even 6 months, depending on how complex the project is. When it comes to site redesign, uh, yeah, and we do it on both for both SFRA and site genesis. All right. Okay, so number third question. So as part of the managed support services, do you cover site redesign? Yes. So that is the specialty we have. So we, as part of the managed support services, we do cover all the new enhancements, backend or frontend, within the same managed support services package. So you don't have to sign any separate SOW for the redesign of the site, or let's say for the any new module implementation on your website, or any new integration on your website. It all covers within the umbrella of managed support services, which we offer. All right. Thank you very much. And hopefully one of our representatives is going to reach out to you, and to take the conversation forward with all of you guys. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.